How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Pilot Patriot channel. Today we're going to be talking about my new plate carrier from HRT. All right, guys, the carrier we're looking at today is the HRT Rack plate carrier. Now, if you follow the channel, you've seen that we've done some plate carrier reviews in the past. Typically in the past, I've done some lower cost options like Condor and LA Police gear, and I will put a link to some of those videos up here at the top of the screen. But this Rack plate carrier from HRT is going to be a huge upgrade from those in both quality and modularity. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. All right, guys, now this base plate carrier is going to come in right around 200 bucks, and then they have a ton of modular pouches and placards and things like that that you can outfit this thing with. As you can see, this plate carrier has a little bit of a smaller profile, and that's what a lot of companies are going to. So you can start out with a nice slim minimalist carrier, and then you can upfit it from there with whatever you want. Now, where HRT really shines with this carrier is the modularity. As you can see right here, they're going to be using a placard system. So you have two clips here. You just unclip those, and this entire placard comes right off. So you can have different placards for different situations. Depending on what you're doing that day, you can go with the 3 AR-15 mag carrier. You can go with their Maximus, which incorporates the 3 mag pouches, but it also has some other pouches and things where you can put more gear in if that's what you want. Now, of course, if you want to just go with traditional MOLLE attachments, you can do that. They have a MOLLE placard that you can put on there, and then you can outfit it with any pouches that you already have, pouches from other companies or anything like that. And then it's super quick and easy to put this back on. All you have to do is clip these clips back in, and then you just drop that placard down and it velcros on the bottom. So it's super quick and easy. You don't have to worry about weaving MOLLE in and out or anything like that. They also have a few different options for your cummerbund. Your base rack carrier is gonna come with this style of strap. If you're not planning on running anything on your sides, that may be a good option for you. I actually really like this because it does have these quick attach clips on both sides, and that's gonna make it really easy to take your carrier on and off. Of course, they do have your traditional 3-band MOLLE cummerbund. They also had this one that I'm using, which is the 2-band. It's actually a little bit thinner, takes up less space on your side, and it still has the MOLLE, so you can attach anything you want to this, but it takes up a little bit less space. Now, along with that, they do have cummerbunds that have the quick attach system here, so you can quickly just detach that and your cummerbund comes out. If I'm being honest, I really wish I had gone with that because of what I'm going to talk about next. The Rack plate carrier has a quick attach buckle here on your shoulder. The great thing about that is it makes it really easy to take your carrier off, whether it be at the end of the range day and you're just wanting to take everything off, or if you needed to quickly get out of this for whatever reason. So you just hit this clip here and that shoulder strap comes off, and especially if you had the quick attach cummerbund, you just undo that and the whole thing comes off without having to feed it over your head, which would be really nice. This clip is reversible, so you can put it on whichever side you want. I put it on my left side because I am a right-handed shooter and I don't want that clip getting in the way of the butt of my rifle. And of course, if that's something you don't want, HRT also makes their H-Rack carrier, which doesn't have that quick attach shoulder strap. Switching around to the back, they have a ton of different back panels that you can put onto this carrier. Right now I have the hydration carrier, which is really nice, and we'll get in and take a closer look at this carrier in just a minute. You do have removable shoulder pads up here on your shoulders to just make that a little bit more comfortable, especially if you're carrying a lot of weight, and those are removable if you decide you just don't want those. You have a ton of different MOLLE loops and elastic loops so that you can weave in things like your hydration hose or your radio cables like I have here. And then of course you have your traditional loop Velcro up here with some MOLLE slots in that as well. So you can attach more pouches up here if you want to, or you can just go with your Velcro identification patches or whatever you want to do. I went with the black, but they do offer this in a lot of different colors. You can get it in coyote, you can get it OD green, multicam, and even black multicam when they have that in stock. Now let's get in here to the tabletop and we'll take a closer look at all the features of this carrier. All right, guys, now let's get in here and take a closer look at this carrier. This is made of a heavy-duty 500 denier Cordura, which is pretty standard for the industry. As you can see, it has some really nice heavy-duty stitching and Velcro. The one we have here is their large carrier. It fits the 10x12 and large SAPI plates. They also offer this in an extra large version that's going to hold your 11x14 plates. Now I'm going to give you a closer look at how that placard works. You just undo these clips here, and then she peels right off the front. These placards are really heavy duty. This is their triple M4 mag pouch. And a couple things I really like about this placard. It does have the bungee keepers to keep those secured in there. But one other thing I really like about these placards is that on the inside it has a plastic sleeve that holds those pouches open so you can easily put your mags back in. It also kind of pinches down on that mag to hold it in place. You do have your loops here on the side so you can attach other things or route in cables or other things like that. Of course, it also does have MOLLE on the front and nice large hook Velcro on the back. You can see here your cummerbund is just going to wrap around and Velcro, and then it gets sandwiched between these nice big loop panels on the front of the carrier and whatever placard you happen to be running. Another thing that I really like that HRT offers is these little side elastic pouches. The first one here is the HRT tourniquet pouch, and you can see that just Velcros on, so you can put that in any position you want to. You can put it here on the side. You can dangle that down from the bottom underneath your carrier if you want to. It's just a quick on and off, and it's nice and secure to keep your tourniquet readily available. Now over here on the other side is actually the product of a collaboration between John Lovell over at Warrior Poet Society and HRT. This is the WPS pouch. Now you can put pretty much anything you want to in here. It will fit an extra AR-15 magazine if you want to, but the difference between this and the tourniquet pouch, this one's a little bit wider. It also has this little keeper on the bottom to keep whatever you put in from dropping through. As you can see, I'm using it for my radio, and that fits nicely in there. It keeps it nice and low profile, tight to your body underneath that cummerbund, but also readily accessible. You do have one row of MOLLE webbing here above that, and of course your loop panel up here at the top that also has some MOLLE slots in it as well. These are really heavy duty clips that they have here for their placards. Now I don't know this for sure, but I assume that this system would also work with placards from other companies as well. If you already have some placards that you want to use along with this, I think they probably would work. Like I was telling you before, you have here on the side a little elastic loop, which works out great for organizing your radio cables or your hydration hoses or anything like that, and it does have that on both sides. All right, now flipping over to the back, like I mentioned before, I do have the hydration carrier on here on the back. Let me show you real quick how that works. They have several different attachments and back panels that are going to fit onto the back of this carrier. They just attach with these heavy duty YKK zippers. And then back behind that, you do have some snap straps just to help hold that in place, as well as some Velcro paneling. So this right here is how your carrier is going to come with no back panel on it. It's set up perfect for all their different back panels that they offer. They have several different ones. And what's great about HRT is you don't have to get a full back panel. They actually have half panels, so you can mix and match, and you can put one here on the bottom, a different one here on the top. They also have different ones that hold helmets and things like that. Now I decided to go with the hydration carrier because I just like the idea of having a hydration bladder on my carrier. But there's a lot of things I like about this back panel. As you can see, it has a couple different pouches here. This bottom one opens almost all the way up and kind of clamshells out. And I thought this little paracord zipper pull was another really nice touch. Now going up here to the top panel, this one's just a little bit different. It just opens up here just on the top. You can slide some stuff down in there. Of course, it is going to have a nice large pouch here on the inside. That's where you're going to put your hydration bladder. It has a lot of other space that you can put other things in if you want to. It sits pretty slim to your carrier. It's not going to stick out too much away from your carrier. But if you wanted a little extra storage capacity, it does have a zipper here that goes all the way around to expand the capacity of that pouch. That was a really nice touch there. Thought that was a great idea. Right above here is your drag handle, nice heavy duty drag handle. Now turning over to the inside, this is another feature that I haven't seen in a lot of other carriers. As you can see here, there's kind of a cavity down the middle. It has these thick pontoons on either side. The purpose of that is to allow more airflow down through the middle so this thing doesn't get too hot on you while you're wearing it on the range. You can see it also does have loop Velcro along here that you can add even thicker pontoons on here to get even more airflow if you want that. The bottom here is open and it just has this strap here that holds your plates down in there. These are held with some nice heavy duty Velcro. It's actually pretty difficult to get out, so I don't think you're going to have any issues with your plates coming out on you or anything like that. All right, now once you've got that open, your plates just slide right in. The plates I'm using right now are the Level 3 Tactical Scorpion Gear plates. I have done a review on these. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link here at the top of the screen. Again, here is a closer look. That quick attach shoulder clip. This is a nice heavy duty clip. I don't see this coming unattached when you don't want it to, but you just pinch here and it's going to come right out so you can have a quick on and off of your carrier if you need to. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is a really high quality carrier at a price that most guys are going to be able to afford. And you really just can't beat the quick modularity of these placard systems and the back panel systems that HRT offers. All right, guys, that is it for the HRT rack plate carrier. Don't forget, guys, I am going to have links to all this stuff down in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. And don't forget, if you have any questions, make sure you leave that down in the comment section. I really don't think you can go wrong with the HRT rack. It's going to be very high quality, and you just can't beat the modularity of all the different systems that they have here on this carrier. This is the HRT rack plate carrier, guys. Don't forget, if you want to help support the channel, you can do that by visiting pilotpatriotapparel.com and following our links in the description below. And if you haven't done it yet, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a big old thumbs up. We really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.